What's up, guys? Welcome to 87 to the Moon. Another episode. We're gonna be talking about. Um, we've been like flipping sports cards, so we want to talk a little bit about what we've been doing with those and some NFTs that are related to cards and how they're kind of merging the two markets together. So we sent. How many we sent? We sent like
Sent like 60,
60,
and then
and
how
I
much
sent
you
like
sent?
40 maybe.
And then we had the
Serena
the
cards.
Serena. Those were like 100. We sent like 100 Serenas.
Yeah, so we sent like 100 Serena Williams rookie cards, short prints, to get graded, and then we also sent like 100 of our other sports cards to get graded at PSA, which took like a year.
Yeah, the process took a year. It was a cool. It was a pretty long process, but it was pretty cool. Like the whole thing, like you gotta like type it in the computer, like each one, package them, send them, and then like yeah, the process is pretty crazy. It was my first time doing it because the accounts
Yeah.
showed me.
Yeah, so you just send them, you write down what card it is, you type it in, send them. They check the card super carefully, make sure what kind of grade you're gonna give it. They're gonna give it 1 through 10. Obviously, the better grade, it's worth more to collectors. So we did decent. I think we had like one bad run, and then we got some good ones back. But overall, even though we waited a whole year and the market dipped like crazy, like 40% or something or more, we were still able to do pretty good. Like when we sold them, because they're pretty liquid. Sports cards in general, the community's pretty strong. Big community. Which ones did you have any good ones, like 10s?
I got Adesanya. I got a 10, and then I got the LeBron Marvel at 10, and then Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, I forgot which one it was, but
It was like a Heroes one, like
Heroes,
a comic book
yeah.
type one. Yeah, those are cool.
Those were a few of the 10s that I got.
Yeah, so, and then UFC cards, they're pretty good to buy right now. I think we graded a lot of UFC stuff. Yeah, I graded a lot. He had a couple too. Yeah, they're doing pretty good right now. So yeah, we had a pretty good pull, I guess. I think we probably doubled our money. Nothing crazy. Maybe just flipped it. What did we put in like 600, made like 600, or made like 1,000 or something, or a little bit more. And that's with the market dipping big time. So if we would have timed it a little better, maybe it would have went, a little better, but it still went well, like I'd say.
Yeah, I think it's a good way to invest because like you put your money there for like it's locked up for like you buy the cards and it's locked up for a whole year and then you'll get it back in 1 year. So in 1 year you'll be able to decide what to do with it. So if you put a good amount, like $1,000 worth of cards or something, send a good amount and then and then you get them back, decide what you do with it. But I can see why like card collectors really like are passionate about cards because the process of them like between a card and an NFT, like an NFT you buy it instantly and then that's it. But a card, like if you were to do the whole grading process, there's like many ways you could go about it. You could go hunt a card like a card show. You could buy one on eBay. Then you got to wait for it to ship back, and then you got to ship it to the grading. Then you get it back, and then you got to sell it. So it's like a pretty cool process. It keeps you like more attached, I guess, to the card than with like an NFT. Like you buy it instantly, and that's kind of it. But I could see see both sides. NFTs are a lot faster. You're able to sell quicker and stuff. But the card process, like it's actually like a whole journey.
Yeah, I think that's the difference. It's way more intimate with cards. It's like you have a way bigger connection or bond with the card. You go through this whole process, and then when you have the raw card, you have to put a penny sleeve, and then you have to put a top loader. You have to do all these things to keep it in pristine condition. And it's like this little thing, and you just you keep them by your desk or whatever, and it's just like something cool about it. I don't know. And then, like you said, it's a lot slower. So, which is a good thing and a bad thing. It depends how you invest, how you try to flip your money, how you try to make money off of it. Aside from just collecting, obviously you could just collect cards, you could just collect NFTs for fun, and you just enjoy collecting. That's just as humans, certain people, not everybody, I guess, but I feel like most people have some sort of need to collect things. I don't know if it comes from collecting berries or whatever in our past, but for some reason people like collecting things. You will collect all types of stuff. But what's cool about cards is, like you said, it's a little slower, so you put your money in and then you wait and then you'll get it back later, and it's pretty safe right now because the community is so strong. But your profit, aside from like 2020 when it was crazy, it's not huge compared to like NFTs. But NFTs are kind of getting a little bit out of that phase where it was just like you put money in and you flip it and boom, you make a ton of money easily. But it just depends on how you want to do it. Like with NFTs, it's cool because if you're just flipping stuff or if you're just in it to make some money, you can buy it instantly and sell it instantly. You can do everything within like 10 minutes. With a card, to do a whole flip, especially if you're going to grade it, I mean, it could take months, a year. Even if you're just buying it and flipping it right away, it's still going to take like a month because shipping and everything. So it's interesting to see the differences. And then there's a couple companies we've heard that are doing they're doing sports cards, but as an NFT, so they're not physical. It's just digital. There's like the biggest one that I know, obviously, is Candy by Gary Vee. I think it's mostly baseball cards, and I think they're getting into like football cards maybe, or college basketball or something. But they're gonna go pretty heavy into it. They're trying to get licensing from different leagues. And then we have like Top Shot, but that's not like that's more of highlights, right?
Yeah, it's highlights.
So yeah, you want to talk about Top Shot?
Yeah, and then Top Shot, it'll be interesting to see like how collectors like how it grows, because it's like the only thing that kind of makes the difference between like all of them is it, because they're all gonna be perfect grade because it's the video, but I don't know if people are gonna like it because the numbers are lower, or like that's the part where I see it pretty confusing, because it's like like the card process, you gotta actually take care of it. So a lot of the cards get like they're not gonna be perfect 10s by the time they actually get graded and stuff. And even then, if you drop it and the case breaks or something, like a lot of things you gotta take care of. And the other one, Top Shot, it's just if there's 40,000 of these moments. I mean, they're all the same. The only difference is the number. But it will more people will be able to collect. It'll be quicker. So I feel like in the future it'll change some kind of way. Like they'll find a way to make collectors, be more interested. Cause it's their job to find people how to get them interested in collecting. So it'll be definitely interested to see in the future what they do. For now, it's pretty early, so. Because they had their moment, but then people realized it wasn't it. So it dropped a lot, Top Shot, but I mean, there's still a lot of fans, and I see some potential, but I'm not sure they got it. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like the two things missing from Top Shot and digital like NFTs, sports card NFTs, compared to sports cards is maybe the rarity, like you said, because every NFT is perfect. There's no grading system, so you're not looking for a perfect 10 NFT. It's just the same. It's just they're all perfect. So the rarity, and then like you said, cards get damaged or just lost. And then on top of that, they came out with a ton of inventory. Like there's a ton of NFTs. Like compared to the demand, they over expected, or overestimated what the demand would be, and it just didn't match. So that, and then there's the nostalgia, which is just not there at all, which is fine. But that's what makes me think that these digital ones are going to be popular in the next 20, 30 years to me, because cards take a long time to get. I mean, between every cycle of when cards blew up in value, it was like 20 years, because you got to think someone grew up, watched these guys on TV playing sports, and then they collected their card and they held that card for years and years and years, and they tried to buy an expensive one, but they couldn't. So now they make money, they're an adult now, they have nostalgia, they remember that, and they're like, oh man, I want that now because I could never buy that before, and it reminds them of being a kid. So you got to think this is the first cycle of these. So, and same with NFTs in general. Like, you have to remember once it becomes more mainstream and kids are collecting these and they're like, oh, like when they're a little bit affordable or even the cheap NFTs or whatever, and they're seeing the expensive ones, they're gonna be like, when they get older, they have money, they have jobs now, they're making bank, then they're gonna buy, they're gonna spend more. But the nostalgia and the rarity, and I think those are just gonna take time to figure out. You're gonna have to figure out the demand as it goes, and the nostalgia, I mean, it's gonna take years. So that one's cool to just, if you have in mind someone that's gonna be a superstar and it's cheap, I think buy them. And they're pretty cheap right now compared to sports cards because the community's still building. So we'll see how it ends up. And yeah, peace.